fairest flower that blows, no one has known it grows. Rose away with virgin blushes, is anybody going to marry you today? Hour by hour and day by day, months have passed away. It's roses brightly day, softest roses always wine, sweetest roses newborn here, roses green are maiden kind. Rose all glowing with virgin blushes, say, is anybody going to marry you today? Fairest rose, softest rose, rose is the queen of
Nay, gentle maidens, you sing well but vainly. The rose is still heart-free, and looks but coldly on her many suitors.
It's very disappointing. Every young man in the village is in love with her, but they are appalled by her beauty and modesty and won't declare themselves. So until she makes her own choice, there's no help for anybody else.
This must be the only village in the whole world that possesses an endowed corps of professional bridesmaids, who are bound to be on duty every day from 10 till 4. It is at least 6 months since our services were required. The pious charity by which we exist is practically wasted.
We shall be disendowed, and that'll be the end of it. Dame Hannah, you're a nice old lady. You could marry if you wished. There's old Adam, Robin's faithful servant. He loves you with the frenzy of a boy of 14.
Nay, that may never be, for I am pledged.
To whom?
To an eternal maidenhood. Many years ago, I was betrothed to a godlike youth who wooed me under an assumed name. But on the very day upon which our wedding was to have been celebrated, I discovered that he was no other than Sir Roderick Murgatroyd, one of the bad baronets of Ruddigore, and the uncle of the man who now bears the title. As the son of that accursed race, he was no husband for an honest girl. So madly as I loved him, I left him then and there. He died but 10 years since, but I never saw him again.
But why should you not marry a bad baronet of Ruddigore?
All baronets are bad. Was he worse than the other baronets?
My child, he was accursed.
But who cursed him? Not you, I trust.
The curse is on all his line, and has been ever since the time of Sir Rupert, the first baronet. Listen, and you shall hear the legend. Sir Rupert Murgatroyd, his leisure and his riches, he ruthlessly employed in persecuting witches. With fear he'd make them quake, he'd duck them in his lake, he'd break their bones with sticks and stones and burn them at the stake.
This sport he much enjoyed, in proof of Murgatroyd, no sense of shame or pity came to Murgatroyd.
Once on a village green a palsied hag he roasted, and what took place I ween shook his composure boasted. For as the torture grim seized on each withered limb, the writhing dame mid fire and flame yelled forth this curse on him. Each lord of Ruddigore prophecy came true. Each heir who held the title had every day to do some crime of import vital, until with guilt applied, I'll sin no more, he cried. And on the day he said that say, in agony he died. And thus with sin he gloried, as like his father's right, and so shall hope of one and only child in Whither away, Rose? On some errand of charity, as is thy wont?
A few gifts, dear aunt, for deserving villagers. Oh, here is some rock for old Gaffer Gaddaby, and a set of false teeth for pretty little Ruth Rowbottom. And here is a pound of snuff for the poor orphan girl on the hill.
Ah, Rose, pity that so much goodness should not help to make some gallant youth happy for life. Rose, why dost thou harden that little heart of thine? Is there none here away whom thou couldst love?
And even if there was such an one, verily it would ill become me to tell him so.
Nay, dear one, where true love is, there is little need of prim formality.
Hush, dear aunt, for the words pain me sorely. Hung in a plated dish cover on the knocker of a workhouse door, with naught I could call my own but a change of baby linen, and a book of etiquette. 'Tis little wonder that I have long regarded this work as a voice from a parent's tomb. By its solemn precepts, I have learnt to judge the moral worth of all those who approach me. The man who bites his bread or eats peas with a knife, I look upon as a lost creature. And he who has not learnt the proper way of entering and leaving a room is the object of my pitying horror. There are those in this village, dear aunt, who bite their nails, and all are wont to use pocket combs in public places. In truth, I could speak upon this painful theme much further, but lo, I have said enough.
But is there no one amongst them who is faultless in thine eyes? For example, young Robin. He combines the manners of a marquis with the morals of a Methodist. Couldst thou not love him?
And even if I could, how could I express it unto him? For lo, he is shy and saith naught. If somebody that chanced to me, or loved me in a manner not true, my heart would point him out to me, and I would point him out to you. But here it says of those who appoint, the manners must be out of joint. You may not point, you must not point, it's manners out of joint to want. Had I the love of such as him, some quiet spot he'd take at all, then he always went away, and I always went to you. Yes, yes, it's contrary to etiquette. If any woman youth I knew, polite and simple, neat and trim, then I would hint as much to you. And you can't hint as much to him, but here hallowed name of Robin, that he would do even as well as another. But he resembleth all the youths in this village, and that he is unduly bashful in my presence. And lo, it is hard to bring him to the point. But soft he is here.
Mistress Rose,
Master Robin.
I wish to say that it is fine,
It is far passing fine.
but we do want rain.
Aye, sorely. Is that all?
That is all.
Good day, Master Robin.
Good day, Mistress Rose. I beg pardon,
You're about to say?
I would fain consult you.
Truly?
It is about a friend.
Indeed, I have a friend myself.
Indeed? I mean, of course.
And I would fain consult you.
About him.
About her?
Let us consult one another. I know a youth who loves a little maid. Hey, but his face is a sight for to see. Silent is he, for he's modest and afraid. Hey, but he's timid as a youth can be.
I know a maid who loves a gallant youth. Hey, but she sickens as the days go by. She cannot tell me the sad, sad truth. Hey, but I think that little maid will die.
One little man,
Poor little maid,
one little man.
poor little maid.
Now tell me, pray, and tell me true, what in the world should that young man do? He cannot eat and he cannot sleep. Hey, but his face is a sight for to see. Daily he goes for to wail, for to weep. Hey, but he's wretched as a youth can be.
She's very thin and she's very pale. Hey, but she sickens as the days go by. Daily she goes for to weep, for to wail. Hey, but I think that little maid will die.
Poor little maid,
Poor little man,
poor little maid.
poor little man.
Now tell me, pray, and tell me true, what in the world should that young man do?
If I were the youth, I should offer her my name. Hey, but her face is a sight for to see.
If I were the maid, I should fan his honest flame. Hey, but he's bashful as a
If I were the youth, I would speak to her today. Hey, but she sickens as the days go by.
If I were the maid, I should meet the lad halfway. For I really do believe that timid youth will die.
Oh, little
Poor little maid, poor little maid. Thank you, miss, for your counsel true. I'll tell that youth what she ought to do. Child, I sometimes think that if she wasn't quite so particular, I might venture. But no, even then I should be unworthy of her.
My poor master is sad. Dear Sir Riven Murgatroyd.
Hush! As you love me, breathe not that hated name. 20 years ago, in horror at the prospect of inheriting that hideous title, and with it the ban that compels all who succeed to the baronetcy to commit at least one deadly crime per day, for life, I fled my home and concealed myself in this innocent village under the name of Robin O'Capple. My younger brother, Despard, believing me to be dead, succeeded to the title and its attendant curse. For 20 years now I've been dead and buried. Don't dig me up now.
My dear master, it shall be as you wish. For have I not sworn to obey you forever in all things? Yet, as we are here alone, and as I belong to that peculiar description of good old man, to whom the truth is a refreshing novelty, let me call you by your own right title just once more. Sir Riven Murgatroyd, Baronet of Ruddigore. Who it's like 8 hours at the seaside.
Ah, my poor old friend. Would that there were more like you.
Ah, would there were indeed. Ah, but I bring you good tidings. Your foster brother Richard is home from the sea. His ship, the Tom Tit, lies yonder at anchor, and he is even now in this very village.
My beloved foster brother. No, no, it cannot be.
It is even so. And see, he comes this way.
I ship, do you see, in a revenue sloop, and off Cape Finisterre. A merchantman we see, a Frenchman going free, so we made for the bold Mounseer. Do you see, we made for the bold Mounseer. But she proved to be a frigate, and she armed with her ports, and she fired a 32. It come and near, but we answered with a jeer, which paralysed the parlez-vous. Do you see? Which paralysed the parlez-vous. Now Captain York, and he says he, that chap we need not fear. We may take her if we like, she is certain for to strike, for she's only a darn Mounseer, do you see? She's only a darn Mounseer. But to fight a French falal, it's like hitting of a gal. It's a lubberly thing for to do. For we with all our faults, while with dirty British notes, while she's only a poor parlez-vous, do you see? Well, she's only a poor parlez-vous. Then we up with our helm, and we scud before the breeze, as we gives the compassionating cheer. Froggy answers with a shout, as he sees us go about, which was grateful of the poor Mounseer, do you see? Which is grateful of the poor Mounseer. And our wager in their joy, they kissed each other's cheeks, which is what them foreigners do. And they bless their lucky stars, we were hardy British stars who had pity on a poor parlez-vous. Do you see? Who had pity on a poor parlez-vous?